Welcome back to the Automotive Business Cockpit. Today is July 17th, 2026. We are looking at a global industry where the traditional metal-bending business and the invisible worlds of software and semiconductors are merging into a highly complex battlefield. Let us dive straight into the data from the last 24 hours. We start with a massive macro trend shaking global supply chains. A second global chip shortage has hit the automotive industry, but this time, it is not a pandemic causing the crisis. Automakers are competing directly with tech giants who are buying up every available semiconductor for their massive AI data centers. To stay ahead of this bottleneck, U.S. memory giant Micron Technology has signed long-term, multi-year supply agreements for AI-optimized vehicle components with a global who is who of the industry, including Qualcomm, Denso, Hyundai Mobis, Visteon, and Harman. Securing these semiconductor allocations for the coming years is now absolutely critical. Without them, building future digital vehicle architectures will be impossible. This memory crunch, which diverts DRAM and NAND flash memory toward server farms, poses a direct threat to software-defined vehicle architectures like Mercedes MB.OS and Volkswagen CARIAD. If automotive buyers do not secure long-term capacity now, their computers on wheels will simply be left sitting on the assembly line without memory. This ties in perfectly with a major strategic move happening in Asia, where Toyota and NVIDIA have announced a massive partnership focused on physical AI. Under this alliance, NVIDIA provides the brains while Toyota supplies the hardware, stretching beyond cars into humanoid robots and smart city infrastructure. It is a clear sign of how automakers are transforming into broad tech corporations. However, the rise of robotics is also causing friction on the factory floor. In South Korea, Hyundai Motor is facing a historic strike as workers protest the deployment of humanoid robots in manufacturing, fearing for their jobs. Meanwhile, on the research and development side, AI is dramatically accelerating processes. General Motors has deployed internal AI tools designed to cut vehicle development cycles in half, utilizing methods similar to those used by McLaren for high-performance engineering. This software-first evolution is completely transforming the cabin experience. Magna has introduced an AI-ready, scalable, and modular interior cabin monitoring system that detects driver distraction while utilizing biometrics for personalized climate and infotainment settings. At the same time, Gore Dynamics and IMAX are partnering to bring the world's first cinema-certified in-vehicle entertainment system to luxury Chinese EVs, while Honda and Acura are integrating Google Gemini's conversational AI directly into models equipped with Google built-in. Yet, this rapid digitization has its pitfalls, as Hyundai is recalling 96,000 Tucson SUVs due to a software glitch that shuts off the digital instrument cluster while driving. This digital and economic pressure is also changing the competitive landscape in Europe. The Chinese manufacturer Xpeng has officially launched the L03, an all-electric SUV featuring an 800-volt architecture with a highly aggressive starting price of €35,600. This is a direct assault on the European volume market, targeting models like the Volkswagen ID.4 and the Skoda Enyaq. With high fixed costs in German plants, Volkswagen will struggle to match these prices profitably, putting their core market share at serious risk over the next 24 months. The challenge from China is no longer just about pricing either. In the latest Euro NCAP crash tests, both BMW and the Chinese electric vehicle brand Zeekr achieved perfect 5-star safety ratings. This milestone officially breaks the historic German monopoly on premium safety. If Chinese brands can match German engineering on safety while offering superior software at lower prices, traditional automakers must realize that the battle will now be fought entirely on software, charging ecosystems, and digital experiences. Yet, instead of leaning in, some legacy players are pulling back. Major U.S. automakers are scaling back their electric vehicle ambitions, a move analysts warn could leave them obsolete as the global EV market continues to expand. Lamborghini has also delayed its first fully electric vehicle, the Lanzador, past 2030, planning to release it as a plug-in hybrid instead, because they argue EV technology is not mature enough for emotional supersports cars. This is a highly dangerous trap for European high-performance brands, as pulling back on EV development risks, handing the lucrative electric performance segment over to Chinese competitors like Yangwang and NIO. For those who still prefer absolute classic driving, however, Morgan Motor Company has opened orders for its new Supersport in the US, combining retro aesthetics with modern high-tech fuel injection. And in motorsport, Tony Driver Development has committed to a multi-car program using Ligier LMP3 cars in the IMSA VP Racing Challenge for 2027. To win this new digital landscape, automakers must orchestrate powerful tech ecosystems rather than trying to build everything themselves. BMW is demonstrating a masterclass in connectivity, partnering with Verizon and KDDI to standardize global 5G connections, and working with Viasat to demonstrate the industry's first successful automotive satellite voice calls. This turns the vehicle into a global satellite phone, offering a massive selling point in remote regions. The tech investment community is also moving rapidly, with Sheryl Sandberg leading a $10 million funding round for an AI-powered vehicle inspection startup, showing how tech investors are digitalizing profitable after-sales and fleet operations. In the regulatory space, rumors of a federally mandated kill switch in the US for 2027 have been debunked. The regulation only requires passive driver monitoring systems to prevent drunk driving, not remote shutdown capabilities. Still, the intense public debate shows just how sensitive consumers are to cabin surveillance. Faced with these challenges, governments are taking radical steps. Japan's Ministry of Economy is evaluating an industry-wide standardization of car parts across all domestic OEMs to force scale economies and protect its automotive industry against Chinese cost advantages, a massive break from traditional brand individuality. Ultimately, the winners of the coming years will be those who master the hardware-software hybrid model, secure their silicon supply chains, and build the smartest technology alliances. That is all for today's episode of the Automotive Business Cockpit. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, Apple Podcasts, or Spotify so you never miss our deep dives into the trends reshaping the global auto industry. Have a great weekend, and I will see you back in the cockpit on Monday.